Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. Dear student, I am Amjad here from Doha, Qatar, and today I am going to share with you some important questions and answers relating to minor practical which are there in PBA list provided from Federal Board. I already shared with you this list. For the minor practical, there are 4 practicals and 4 marks question will come in your board exam from this list. Now I am going to explain you some question and answers from these 4 practical. First of all, practical number 1. Practical number 1 is demonstrate that miscible liquid dissolve in each other and immiscible liquids do not. Possible questions can be from here. Molecules of what kind of liquid repel each other? Immiscible liquid repel each other. It can be the answer. Another question. What was your observation when 40 centimeter cube of water was mixed with 10 centimeter cube of oil? The mixture had a cloudy appearance and two separate layers were formed distinguishing water from oil. So there can be 2 layers in this liquid. Question number 3 relating to this experiment, it can be considering like dissolves, why does sugar, an inorganic compound, dissolve in water as an organic compound? Sugar, it's an organic compound, but it is soluble in water. Why? Is the reason is, the hydrogen bonding. Exceptions like these occur in the nature that happens because sugar and water both contain hydroxyl group, and due to that hydrogen bonding is possible, so they will be soluble into one another. Give an example of emulsion. There can be many examples. The one example is water plus oil. What do you think the glass rod is used for in this experiment? So why it is used? Why do you think the glass rod is used for in this experiment? It is used to mix the elements to obtain the desired result. More question can be name and describe the function of this apparatus which is used in this experiment. So this one is a separating funnel and it is used to separate the two immiscible liquid from each other. What are the solvents for following solute can be? So solutes are given to you like here grease, rubber, iodine, paint and naphthalene. So what can be the solvent? So you supposed to write the answer there. You know that the polar will dissolve in polar and non-polar will dissolve in non-polar. So you keep it in your mind and then you can suggest the possible solvent there. Experiment number 2, demonstrate the conductivity of the different uh, solution. Possible question can be like number 1, what are the practical use of electrolysis? So practical use of the electrolysis can be, it can be used for refining of impure metal, it can be used for the extraction of metal from their ores, it can be used for electroplating, it can be used for the preparation of typewriters and purification of the many compounds and medicine as well. How is the conductivity of electricity in solution can be checked? Conductivity of the electricity can be checked in the solution by dipping the electrode of the battery in the solution. If bulb will glow, it means it is electrolyte. If bulb will not glow, it's non-electrolyte. More question can be, how are the weak and strong electrolyte differentiated by this experiment? If an electrolyte solution on conduction of the electricity can light the bulb and glowing is more good, it means that it is a strong electrolyte. And if it will not glow or light glow, very small glow, it means that it is weak electrolyte. Someone may ask this like the following, for the following solution determine if they are good conductor of electricity or not. So solutions are given to you with the chemistry knowledge. You can suggest that like sugar plus water, it can be it can conduct the electricity or not. So it will not conduct the electricity. Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, if it is in solution form, it will conduct the electricity. If it is in solid form, it will not conduct the electricity. Hydrochloric acid will conduct the electricity in aqueous solution. Sodium hydroxide, it is base, it will also conduct the electricity in aqueous solution. Question number 5, what is the function of electrode in this experiment? So it is a metallic plate or rod through which the electric current enters or leaves the electrolyte. Which metals are extracted by electrolysis of the molten salts? Sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, aluminium and zinc, they can be extracted from their salt like sodium chloride, potassium chloride, magnesium chloride, like aluminium oxide. Why a solid electrolyte does not conduct electricity while its aqueous solution can? In a solid state, actually ions are not there. To conduct the electricity, always free electron or free ions are required. If free electrons and free ions are not available, electricity will not conduct. So it's the simple way. Then experiment number 3, it is demonstrate that the two elements combine to form a binary compound. Possible question can be here, like after heating the iron sulfide and allowing the test tube to cool, what is the residual product? So residual product will be iron sulfide. If the test tube after being cooled down is broken down on a piece of paper, a dark gray mass will be obtained. What is the use of mortar in this experiment? So it is used to grind and mix the substances thoroughly. What physical methods are commonly used for the separation of different compounds? So separation, filtration, sublimation and distillation, these different methods can be used for separation. What happens when a dilute hydrochloric acid is added in iron sulfide mixture and heated, give the equation as well. So if the hydrochloric acid is added, so what happens? It will react with the hydrochloric acid. It will give you FeCl2 and H2S gas will also produce. And this gas has a bad smell, so it can be checked. Explain this equation like FeS if it allowed to react with this one. So how you can explain? You can explain like when dilute hydrochloric acid is added to this solid, a colorless gas is produced and it has a rotten egg smell. It has very bad smell, H2S. And even take a lighted paper to test tube, a gas will burn with a blue flame without explosion. So this gas is the hydrogen sulfide H2S. How is carbon dioxide gas is prepared in the laboratory? So simple way, if the hydrochloric acid is allowed to react with the calcium carbonate, carbon dioxide gas can be prepared. Which mineral compound will be obtained when the magnesium is heated in the air? If magnesium allowed to, it is heated in the presence of air, it will react with the oxygen, it will give you magnesium oxide. Experiment number 4, it is demonstrate that the sublimation using the solid ammonium chloride. Some possible question can be someone give you the diagram like this one and you supposed to label it. I already put the diagram here which is already labeled like funnel is here, china dish is there, burner is there, ammonium chloride is there. Why wet filter paper is used during the sublimation? The neck of glass funnel is covered with the wet filter paper in the sublimation process because it will slow down the rising of warm gases and it will prevent them from escaping. Give the apparatus, name of apparatus which is used in this experiment for the sublimation of ammonium chloride. So china dish can be, tripod stand, wire gas, burner, funnel, sand bath, filter paper, naphthalene of course and sand. Which of the following can be separated by the sublimation? Iodine and naphthalene both are sublimine substances, they can be separated. Potassium chloride and sodium chloride, No. Camphor and sodium, so they can be separate from one another because this one is a volatile in nature and sodium is not volatile in nature. Yani camphor it is sublimine substance. Sodium chloride is not a sublimine substance, so it will not be sublimine and camphor will sublimine, so we can separate them from one another. And iodine and naphthalene both are sublimine substances, so we cannot separate them from one another. To avoid the length of the video, so quickly I go through this question and answer so you can memorize and prepare for your final exam. And at the end, keep watching my channel Amjad Ali 1522 at youtube.com. And my message is dear is a magic word. So use it maximum while writing, especially the text message on WhatsApp or SMS to your relatives and dear ones, especially your parents. Oh, Allah Hafiz.